Hi, Facebook and YouTube. This is me again, DC. Been off the scene for a little bit, um, you know, but I'm back. And normally, time when I'm back is something that's on my mind heavy that I just gotta put out there. So, what's on my mind? Trump gets into office, a lot of executive orders, got a lot of things done. Unfortunately, things started shaking up a little bit when he lost his national security advisor because of politics. And now he goes with this tax plan that's supposed to repeal Obamacare, which is basically the same as Obamacare. Another number one thing, what really got a lot of people that voted for him kind of upset. Now we got this thing that happened about 4 days ago with Syria and the chemical attacks over there in Syria. So he decides, without any investigation, to go and strike Syria. Now, when he was elected as president of the United States, I and many of Americans voted for him because he said that he would not be a part of anything that didn't put America first. Get away from all those stupid wars that we're sick and tired of, and every time we turn around there's a war going on and it seems like it never stops. Here I am in my 50s and I've been living since the 60s and there's still wars. So this crap never stops. So American people are tired of it. A lot of taxpayer money goes into the Department of Defense, and we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But we voted for him to build the infrastructure, to bring jobs back. So I went to the internet for information, just like I always do when I need to hear another side to a story. And believe me, the internet has got to the point now where it has taken the mainstream media voice away. You have people on the internet that's doing superb jobs on reporting and investigating stuff. When I was confused with 9/11, I went to the internet and I got a whole lot of information. I mean, web pages just pouring down on me from contractors and scientists and engineers about how this whole thing cannot be possible. I decided to do a timeline and try to find out information on what happened. Why did Trump's mindset change? First of all, we have a big, expensive Department of Defense. Okay? It's bigger than any government agency out there besides the Human Services. And it's probably bigger now because Trump said he's going to put more money into the military budget. So it's going to be probably going to outpace that by now, all right, easily. So the Department of Defense consists of 3 million people. Most of those people are military people. So you got a small percentage that are basically the officials that calls the shots, okay? Who is Trump's Secretary of Defense? Trump's Secretary of Defense is named James Mattis. Now, James Mattis was the first person to be selected by the Congress. As you know, when a president chooses someone to be in the cabinet, they had to go through hearings and all that. Well, he was easily accepted. Why? Because the Democrats and Republicans both liked him, okay? He worked for all of them. He worked for the Clintons. He worked for the Bush. He worked for Obama. So, what's his mindset? So I started doing research on Mattis and found out that Mattis supports providing weapons to the rebels in Syria. So I said, well, who's the rebels in Syria? The Syrian freedom fighters, that's what they call them. But actually, they're high-level extremists, Islamic extremists that are really, they're so psyched out believing in Islam, and if you don't, we kill you, that's their mindset. So they're giving them weapons to go in and kill get rid of the Assad regime. Now, they also, if you look at it, Al-Qaeda and ISIS has said they don't like Americans. They don't like this country. They think this country is filthy. They think Christianity, if you're a believer in Christianity, that you are a gutter religion. Okay? That's what they believe. And you should die. So they go around killing women and children and men that are Christians, okay, over in Syria. Before then, they was okay. Now, they got a problem. These are the people that they say they support. This is the people that Mattis say he supports now. He supports those weapons, those rebels. But to be honest with you, he don't give a damn about them because there's an overarching overarching reason behind his madness. So he don't really care about what their thoughts are. He don't care about that. He just want them to do what he paid them to do. So that's what's going on. So then I said, okay, let me do a little timeline. So I get together and I decided to put a timeline together. You know, the timeline is something that you kind of like. Timeline helps you like understand things a little better. So I have built a timeline. So I started with August 21st, 2013 was the day that 2 chemical weapons attacked Syria, killing hundreds of people, civilians, okay? Now this report came out by the Human Rights Watch. So they said that, bottom line, it was the Assad regime that killed all these people with chemical weapons. Of course, the United States decided they wanted to attack or get rid of Assad for that. But 8 days later, August the 28th, the Associated Press reported that the U.S. intelligence officials are not so certain that the chemical attack was carried out on Assad orders or even completely sure it was carried out by the government. Boom! So that squashed everything. Everything was squashed at that point. So what happened? Agreement was made. Assad, get rid of those chemical weapons. June the 23rd, 2014, New York Times reported, all dangerous substance from Syria chemical weapons program, including sulfur, mustard, sarin, has been removed from the country. Okay, wow, so all the stuff has been removed. Now we fast forward to 4 days ago, 2017, and now they're back. President Trump decides to go in there without an investigation and strike Syria. Syria now is on alert, and Russia, which is also friends with Syria, is on alert, and they're sending out ships. So now we got Putin and Assad and Iran involved with something that all you had to do was an investigation on to keep everything in peace. Not be a global, international power warmongering president like all the rest of them were, but to be a president that worked on national issues, not international, national. And here we are. So, Department of Defense, there's some mean mother effers, man. And I'm telling you, if you don't have the power to get to stand up to them, so I really thought Trump had the balls and the brass to do it, but evidently he don't. So that's telling me something else, that these guys got their own independent thing going. There's something going on in the Department of Defense that we as Americans don't really know how it runs. We think it's there just to help us, to keep us safe. Hey, I'm telling you, that is not the case. That is not the case. So I'm going to let you understand this a little better and do a little research yourself. And tell me what you think about what I just talked about. Peace out.